Hey there, friends! Did you know a massive new bill just passed the Senate that could change your Social Security, taxes, or even your Medicaid benefits? If you're over 55, this could mean thousands of dollars in savings or losses if you're not prepared. Stick with me for the next few minutes because I'm breaking it all down in a way that's easy to understand. And you'll want to hear these tips to protect your wallet. So, what's going on? The Senate just approved a huge 900-page tax and spending bill, and it's packed with changes that could affect your retirement, your health care, or even your kids' future. It's a mixed bag. Some parts might put extra cash in your pocket, but others could cut programs you rely on. Are you ready to navigate this? Let's dive into what this means for you, especially if you're a senior, a tipped worker, or have family depending on you. First, the good news. If you're 65 or older, there's a new $6,000 tax deduction just for you. That's a boost from the $4,000 they first proposed, and it could really help if you're on a fixed income. But here's the catch. It starts phasing out if you earn over $75,000 as an individual or $150,000 as a couple. Still, every dollar counts, right? If you or someone you know works in a restaurant, salon, or hotel, there's a big win. You can now deduct up to $25,000 of tip income from your taxes. That's a game changer for folks working hard for those extra dollars. But if you make over $150,000 individually or $300,000 as a couple, this benefit shrinks. There's also a new deduction for overtime pay, which is great if you're clocking extra hours to make ends meet. For families with young kids, here's something cool. Any child born between 2024 and 2028 gets a Trump account, a $1,000 savings account from the government that grows in an index fund. No paperwork needed. It's automatic. It's not cash you can use today, but it's a nice head start for your grandkids' future. And if you've bought a US-made car recently, check your loan papers. You might qualify for a deduction on up to $10,000 of interest paid. Now here's where it gets tricky. To pay for these tax breaks, the bill cuts funding for programs like Medicaid and SNAP, which many seniors and low-income families rely on. For Medicaid, if you're between 19 and 64 and not disabled, you'll need to show you're working, volunteering, or training for 80 hours a month. Parents with kids over 14 no longer get an exemption, and eligibility checks are now every 6 months instead of yearly. Miss a form? You could lose coverage. Experts say this could affect 8 million people by 2034. SNAP, or food stamps, is also taking a hit. Some states might have to cover costs if they mess up benefit distribution. And about 600,000 families could see their monthly food aid drop by $100. Tough stuff, right? Energy policy is changing too. Those tax credits for electric vehicles, solar panels, and energy-efficient home upgrades, most are being phased out. Instead, there are new tax breaks for coal, oil, and gas production. If you're in a state like Texas or West Virginia, this might mean job stability. But if you are planning to go solar, you might want to hold off. And get this, there's even money for space. The bill includes $10 billion for Mars mission planning, $325 million to safely retire the International Space Station, and $85 million to move a space shuttle to Texas. Plus, there's a big focus on defense and border security. $46.5 billion for a border wall and surveillance, $45 billion for detention centers, and $30 billion for new ICE agents. Asylum seekers now face a $100 fee. All this adds up to a $3.3 trillion hit to the national deficit over 10 years. Some say it could even reach $5.3 trillion with interest. Here's the kicker. Households earning over $217,000 get the biggest tax cuts, averaging $12,500, while those under $35,000 might only see $150. Are you wondering how this balances out for you? Stick around, because the next part will help you take action. Alright, let's make this simple with a few steps you can take right now to protect your finances. Check your tax deductions. If you're 65 or older, see if you qualify for that $6,000 senior deduction. Grab your tax documents and double-check your income to make sure you're under the $75,000 or $150,000 phase-out limits. A quick call to your tax preparer could save you thousands. Track your tips. If you're a tip worker, start keeping detailed records of your tips this year. That $25,000 deduction could be a big win, but you'll need proof of your earnings. A simple notebook or app can do the trick. Stay on top of Medicaid and SNAP. If you rely on these programs, mark your calendar for those new 6-month eligibility checks. Set a reminder to gather your work or volunteering hours. 80 hours a month is the new rule. Don't let a missed deadline cost you coverage. Rethink big purchases. Planning to buy an electric car or install solar panels? Hold off until the final bill is signed. Those clean energy credits are disappearing, so you might save more by waiting or exploring other options. Talk it over. Share this info with friends or family who might be affected. Not everyone knows about these changes, and a quick chat could help someone avoid a costly mistake. Have grandkids? Tell their parents about that $1,000 Trump account for newborns. Oh, and one last thing. The House still needs to approve this bill. If they make changes, it could delay things past the 4th of July. So, keep an eye on the news for updates. You don't want to be caught off guard, right? Wow, that was a lot, but you made it through. I'm so glad you're here, taking charge of your financial future. These changes can feel overwhelming, but knowing what's coming gives you power to plan smart. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next update. We're here to keep you in the loop with simple, friendly advice. Got questions about this bill? Drop them in the comments and let's figure it out together. Until next time, take care and stay savvy.